Economic activities were partially grounded in Ekpoma town in Edo State Wednesday, as the president of the Academic Staff Union of University ASU, Professor Emmanuel Osodeke, led other national executives and past presidents of the union on a solidarity protest march with their counterparts in Ambrose Ali University, AAU Ekpoma. Unionists are protesting against the Edo State government's decision to suspend union activities on campuses.
With different inscriptions, such as Obaseki, pay our stolen savings, AAU needs covering council, AAU Ekpoma workers deserve their wages, the ASU president, Emmanuel Osedeke, executive and past presidents of the union, staged protests around town in Ekpoma over underfunding, non-payment or reduction from members' dues, cooperative contributions, and the suspension of unions in the school by Governor Godwin Obaseki.
Deduction from our due is being kept by him, not remitted. People contribute to a cooperative. He's holding the money. Pension scheme, holding the money. Obaseki is killing Edo State University, and Edo people must rise to stop him from this thing he's doing. It's against the interest of Edo people. We should not allow one man to, for selfish reasons, kill that university. The governor did not establish the union. Therefore, he does not have the right or the power to ban the union. He doesn't have that right.
Is denying the staff the right to freedom of association, and we in ASU will not allow that. Also, Obaseki is violating the provisions of the ILO, International Labour Organization.
What Obaseki is trying to do today is to isolate AAU Ekpoma for destruction, and so we are here to show solidarity to our members so that we can show up their confidence, and they should stand for their right.
The protesting university lecturers marched round major roads and climaxed the protest at the popular Market Square, where the statue of the founder of the school, late Ambrose Ali, was engraved.
Workers have been denied their salaries in the University, Ambrose Ali University, for several months, up to 19 months now, of our paid salary. And many of us are dying because of that. We cannot meet our financial obligations to our families.
The protesting lecturers used the occasion to resist any action or policy that is anti-education in the country.
Tukur Mahmood, the media aide to Governor Kaduna-based Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, has said they shared intelligence with the authorities about the Kuje prison attack, but they failed to act. He also blamed Tuesday's deadly attack on Ansaru terrorists said to have attacked and abducted passengers of the Abuja-Kaduna bound train on March 28. 2 days ago, gunmen invaded the Kuje Correctional Center, Abuja, freeing over 600 inmates in the facility. The Islamic State of West African Province, ISWAP, has since claimed responsibility for the attack. However, in a statement issued this Thursday, Gumi aide said he shared intelligence with security agency and a committee that was constituted by the nation's Chief of Defense Staff, General Lucky Irabo. According to him, the Kuje Correctional Center attack was executed and coordinated by the same group that abducted the Abuja-Kaduna bound train. Mahmoud stated that the terror group requested the release of 51 of their members, adding that he was able to scale the request to 10 and communicated the same with audio evidence to the relevant authorities. He noted that there was an unnecessary delay from the government, giving the terrorists another chance to successfully carry out another attack. Gunmen have killed 2 sons of Reverend Daniel Umaru of Church of Brethren in Nigeria. The injury in Mubi local government area. Shot the pastor and abducted his 13-year-old daughter. The state government, which announced the negative development on Wednesday night, expressed dismay over the incident. The statement said the government would continue to confront crime in all its forms, including threats posed by kidnappers, and offered Governor Fintiri's deepest condolences to the victim families and loved ones. Fintiri directed security agencies to scale up intelligence and fish out the criminals. The National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) has described as untrue the story that same corps members were raped in their lodge during an attack in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. Ms. Chinyere, the NYSC state coordinator, said this in a statement issued this Thursday in Uyo to debunk the rumors circulating on various social media platforms. Ekwe said although that some thief burgled the lodge on Wednesday and collected some of the corps members' phones, nobody was injured nor raped, as reported in social media. According to her, A visit to the lodge at Udo Okom Ekwere Street off Information Drive, Uyo, accompanied by the Commissioner of Police, CP Olatoye, revealed that the corps members were in good condition without any injury. Former Deputy Senate President Senator Ike Ekweremadu and his wife Beatrice have pleaded not guilty to the charges of human trafficking and organ harvesting in the United Kingdom. Ekweremadu and his wife Beatrice were arrested by the British police on June 23rd on allegations of human trafficking and organ harvesting that violated the country's Modern Slavery Act. The police authority has accused the lawmaker of conspiring to bring a child to the United Kingdom for organ harvesting, saying the victim was a 15-year-old boy. The British judge hearing the case relating to Nigerian Senator Ike Ekweremadu and his wife Beatrice has accepted that the complaint is not a child as previously reported. Both are accused of conspiring to bring a person to the UK for organ donations. Prosecution alleged the couple planned to have his kidney removed so it could be given to their daughter. It is alleged that the Ekweremadus treated him as a slave before he escaped and went to the police station. Initially, the Metropolitan Police had said the person was a child. The defendant walked into the dock at Westminster Magistrate Court and spoke only to confirm their names, date of birth, and addresses. Senator Ekweremadu charged with conspiracy to arrange or facilitate travel of another person with a view to exploit, while his wife is charged with arranging or facilitating travel of another person with a view to exploit. The couple were not asked to enter pleas, but the court heard they have indicated not guilty pleas. Organizers of the Big Brother Naija BB Naija reality show, MultiChoice, have been told to strictly abide by the provisions of the National Tobacco Control Act 2015 on screen smoking during the forthcoming season 7 of the show, or be prepared to face the full wrath of the law. The National Tobacco Control Alliance NTCA and the Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa CAPPA sounded a note of caution at a press briefing in Abuja ahead of the commencement of BB Naija Season 7. Clearview's TV Gloria Atta was there and now completes the report.
In 2021, the popular reality show Big Brother Naija, also known as BB Naija, sparked public outrage among members of the public, especially by anti-smoking groups like the Nigeria Tobacco Control Alliance and the Corporate Accountability and Public Participation Africa, when participants in the show were seen smoking on live television. This led to calls for sanctioning the show for violating the provisions of the National Tobacco Control Act 2015 and the National Tobacco Control Regulations 2019 on tobacco advertising, promotion, and sponsorships. With the recent announcement by MultiChoice, the organizers of the Big Brother Naija reality show, that Season 7 of the show is set to commence on July 23rd and 24th, 2022, the Nigeria Tobacco Control Alliance (NTCA) and other relevant stakeholders are once again calling on the National Broadcasting Commission (NBC) and other relevant agencies to ensure there is no repeat of such violations this time around. At a news briefing in Abuja, NTCA's program officer Chibuike Nwokore and CAPA's executive director Akimbode Oluwafemi said that the tobacco industry usually employs movies and entertainment materials to provide alternative lifestyles to the younger generation due to its wide acceptance. They therefore called on the NBC to go ahead in exercising its mandate to ensure compliance and enforcement of penalties as stipulated by the law should MultiChoice breach the laid down provisions.
At this time, when Nigerians are hungry for quality leadership, a program with such national reach must be used to portray high standard role models for the Nigerian people. At this critical time of our nationhood journey, we cannot afford to have entertainment for mere entertainment's sake, and young and impressionable Nigerians must not be manipulated into thinking that smoking is good.
We will going to be holding the organizations that are supposed to enforce the law accountable and responsible for any infraction that might come during this particular Season 7.
Commenting on infiltration of tobacco advertising and promotion across the digital spaces, the anti-smoking bodies called on the Nigerian government to ensure more scrutiny on the activities of the tobacco industry on digital platforms.
Calling on NITDA also to sanitize the digital media space. NITDA has a responsibility to enforce all laws as far as it concerns the digital media space. And that is why we are saying, NITDA, do your job. People are violating the law, particularly as it touches tobacco control matters.
The tobacco epidemic remains one of the biggest public health threats the world has ever faced, killing more than 8 million people a year around the world and 28,000 annual deaths in Nigeria. Gloria Atta, reporting for Clearview Television.
And now to the foreign scene. United Kingdom Prime Minister Boris Johnson has finally resigned from his position. His resignation will pave the way for a successor to replace him as British Prime Minister after dozens of his ministers quit his scandal government. Following his resignation, British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss called for calmness and unity this Thursday after Johnson quit as Conservative Party leader, following a series of scandals and an exodus of his cabinet members.
The reason I have fought so hard in the last few days to continue to deliver that mandate in person was not just because I wanted to do so, but because I felt it was my job, my duty, my obligation to you to continue to do what we promised in 2019. I regret not to have been successful in those arguments, and of course it's painful not to be able to see through so many ideas and projects myself. And to that new leader, I say, whoever he or she may be, I say I will give you as much support as I can. And to you, the British public, I know that there will be many people who are relieved, and perhaps quite a few who will also be disappointed. And I want you to know how sad I am to be giving up the best job in the world.